Hello and welcome to another edition of HCC News. I'm Sam Ashita Butler.
And I'm Haley Richardson. Here's what's making headlines around Hutchinson this week. Elections are just a few days away, and besides voting on the next president, there are several important local issues on the ballot as well. Reno County voters will find an initiative concerning whether or not to include LGBT individuals as a protected class against discrimination in housing and employment. There are two sides to the issue, and we went out to hear both so that local voters can make an informed decision when it comes to marking yes or no on your ballot next week.
There's a battle brewing in Hutchinson over rights for the protection against discrimination. An amendment will be voted on next week to decide whether housing and employment protections will be included for LGBT individuals in Reno County. Two organizations on opposite sides of the issue have come forward to support their causes. The Kansas Equality Coalition asks you to vote yes for fairness. Awaken Hutchinson wants you to just say no.
We must vote no on the sexual orientation amendment for a number of reasons. I'll only highlight a few. But one of them is because it's not necessary, because all are protected now.
As a male, yes, I'm protected. As a white male, I'm protected. But as a gay white male, I am not protected.
Because it dissolves or diminishes the right to view of family. One man and one woman, as God's word says, constitutes what a family is.
We want to prevent discrimination based on sexual orientation here in Hutchinson. And that is, most people think it's already covered, but it is not. There is no federal law, there is no state law, so we're trying to get a local law that would cover gay and lesbian persons to protect them from housing discrimination and employment discrimination.
Many who support Awaken Hutchinson feel the issue will impede their religious liberties.
Those on the other side of the issue, they say this is about liberties. And we agree. We agree. Religious liberty is the most fundamental of our liberties.
This law would intrude on churches. It is a trick of definitions to say that it wouldn't.
Our initiative does not include churches or religious organizations. It exempts them. So they're not included in this at all, period.
Some also believe that adding these protections may be the first step in trying to pass gay marriage.
With little realistic chance of reversing the constitutional amendment against gay marriage and years of failed attempts to get their agenda passed on the federal and state level, they have resorted to punishing politicians and pushing homosexual city ordinances.
Kansas, in 2004, voted a constitutional amendment against gay marriage. So this has nothing to do with gay marriage.
The Kansas Equality Coalition says they only want equal treatment and the ability to report discrimination to their Human Relations Committee.
Let's talk about the positive things, okay? What the ordinance does cover. And this is really, really important, okay? It covers employment and housing discrimination. It puts in place a law that allows someone who feels they've been discriminated against to file a complaint with the Human Relations Commission. That's it. It's simple. That's all it does.
Don't be fooled that this is an equality issue. It is not. Hear me, it's not an equality issue. It never has been. Another reason is because it forces us believers corporately, churches, nonprofits, and individuals also, to affirm lifestyles contrary to our belief system.
You cannot take a lifestyle issue and pretend it has anything to do with actual civil rights. It has nothing to do with it, and the people of Hutchinson know that.
There's been all kinds of advertising on both sides, including commercials, flyers, and very visible yard signs. Some controversy even surrounds those signs, which both sides accuse the other of stealing.
I see no respect from people who repeatedly tear down or vandalize our yard signs and then claim that people with traditional Christian values are full of hate and are bigots. How hypocritical.
And if you see the signs out in public areas, and that even means the easement out in front of people's houses.
Yes.
You can call and ask the city to remove it. They are coming out and removing every sign that's placed out in public areas.
Wow. So they're not being stolen then by, like the pastor
As
said
they
on
keep
TV.
saying they're being stolen.
No.
So on election day, it will be up to each individual to research the facts and make an informed decision. For HCC News, I'm Evan Williams.
If you're eager to get your vote in before Tuesday, walk-in advance voting booths will be available from 9 a.m. to 2 p.m. Saturday in the basement of the Reno County Courthouse. The front and side doors to the courthouse will be locked Saturday, so voters should use the north entrance to the courthouse. The basement polling site is open from 8 a.m. to 5 p.m. weekdays and will close at noon on Monday.
With the election just around the corner, the youth of America will have an important role in deciding who our next commander-in-chief will be. We went to find out voting preferences of HCC students in this week's Campus Talk.
Are you going to vote next Tuesday?
Yes. No, I am not.
Yeah.
Yes, I will be.
Yes, I am. Yes.
No.
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 Yes, I will be.
Yes, I am.
Of course I am.
Who are you voting for next Tuesday?
I'll be voting for Barack Obama.
Obama, because I'm a Democrat.
Romney.
I don't really watch the politics like that, but yeah, I don't know. I'm not gonna lie, I'm voting for Obama just because he's black.
Vote for Mitt Romney.
I think I'm gonna vote for Barack Obama.
Obama.
Why are you gonna vote for Mitt Romney?
Because I like his values and his principles and how he's going to, like his plan versus the alternative.
Because we have the same beliefs, I guess. So, economically and socially. And
why are you voting for Obama?
One, I think his work ethics are very well, and then he gets the job done. Mitt Romney, he's kind of wishy-washy.
Because I like the health care, and I don't know, Mitt Romney is trying to take away like student loans and stuff, and if he takes away student loans, I won't be able to go to school.
It's just certain reasons that I think that he'll help like the kids in my generation, like for financial aid and reasons like that I think that it'll be good and beneficial to me. That's why I'm voting for him.
Hutchinson police are investigating the events that led to a shooting and homicide after a Halloween party Wednesday evening. The shooting occurred in the alley of the 200th block of North Cleveland behind where a party was taking place. 26-year-old Dustin Brooks was transported by private vehicle to another residence, then to a fire station on Avenue B. EMS responded to the fire station and transported the victim to Hutchinson Hospital, where he died from a gunshot wound to the torso. Police are interviewing potential suspects and witnesses in this case, and the investigation is ongoing. Anyone with information is asked to contact the Hutchinson Police Department or Crime Stoppers.
Officials at the Hutchinson Correctional Facility say a group of inmates are being hospitalized after an attempted simultaneous hanging in their cells this past Tuesday. Correction officers were making their rounds in the administrative segregation unit and found 3 inmates hanging. Officers called the medical emergency and additional staff arrived and removed the inmates from their cells. An investigation is being launched.
The University of Kansas is exploring the idea of increasing the cost of room and board by about 2.5% starting next fall. The university says the proposed rate would increase the cost of traditional residence hall double rooms to $3,902 per academic year. The cost of a dining plan would increase to $3,540. Officials also proposed a $260 fee for internet data services for each student, rather than having the student pay the internet provider. These and other proposals will be addressed by the Kansas Board of Regents in its monthly meeting in November.
The Hutchinson Blue Dragon football team plays again this Sunday at 1:30 for the Region 6 playoff semifinals. They will be in action against the Coffeyville Red Ravens in Gowan Stadium. Hutchinson fell 3 spots this week in the NJCAA poll after their heartbreaking 40-7 loss to Butler last weekend. Butler remains in the number 2 spot, just behind Iowa Western Community College.
If you haven't had a chance to check out the Cosmosphere's new digital dome theater, the film Avengers will be playing through November 8th. Catch Iron Man, the Hulk, Thor, and more on the big screen Friday and Saturday at 6 and 8:30 p.m. Sundays and weekends at 6 p.m. Tickets for feature-length films are $9.50 for adults, while their standard documentary films are $8.50. Other shows currently playing are The Last Reef and Flying Monsters. Visit cosmo.org for showtimes.
There's a national convention coming to Hutchinson next Thursday, and it's all centered around social media. Speakers from all around the country will be in town to talk about how social media has impacted their lives, especially when it comes to living in a small town. The State of Now 140 conference will be at the Fox Theater starting at 8:30 a.m. Ticket and schedule information can be found at smalltown2012.stateofnow.com. The HCC broadcasting students will be on hand to stream it live also if you can't attend in person. So Sam, you'll be right there running a camera for the live stream, right?
Yeah, I sure will be.
Are you looking forward to that?
Yeah, I think it'll be pretty interesting to see all that stuff going on.
I think so too. Stay with us. When we come back, we'll learn more about the HCC dance team and the Dragon Dolls right after this commercial break.
HCC has many activities for students to participate in. The Dragon Dolls is just one example that our very own Rachel Madrid is involved in. She takes us behind the scenes to meet the people involved in the spotlight on HCC.
If you've ever been to an HCC football game, you've probably seen the halftime performances done by the HCC Dragon Dolls. But just who are the Dragon Dolls?
They're the college dance team, and they're here to help promote PEP and to entertain the crowd.
The Dragon Dolls consist of 18 dancers and are under the direction of head coach Bonnie Neville and assistant coach Lindsay Ray. Bonnie has been a coach since 1972, and things have changed over the past 40 years.
The teams used to be huge, as big as 42. At that point in time, they were not scholarship. They didn't get any money toward tuition, any money toward books, and we still had like 42 girls. And they kind of patterned off the original dance team, which was in Texas, called the Kilgore Rangerettes. And that at that time, kicks and kick lines were huge. A lot of the routines that we did were straight kick lines from beginning to end, and then we did a lot of modern jazz and a lot of pom. So the style from then to now has changed greatly.
The Dragon Dolls practice 6 hours a week to learn their routines. They perform during halftime of football and basketball games and also the Salt City Bowl and the NJCAA tournament. Along with 2 coaches, the Dragon Dolls also follow the direction of their captains.
Well, I lead the stretching and I choreograph the dances, and I pretty much lead everybody just to make sure all the dances are looking good.
I chose tryout for the captain because I get extra money, pays for schooling.
Both Lindsay and Bonnie enjoy roles as coaches and mentors.
I like seeing the girls when they learn from the very beginning until what they can accomplish on the field and how they perform, and it's an amazing feat. It's wonderful to watch.
Just an unbelievable group of girls. Nice human beings, nice people, close to one another, close to Lindsay and I am incredibly proud of them this year. and all they've accomplished.
Daylight savings time ends this weekend, so don't forget to change your clocks back an hour Sunday morning.
You know, Sam, they also say that's a good time to check the batteries in your smoke detector.
Yeah, I'll just let the dorm people do that, because I've never done that before.
Maybe it's a good time to learn. Thanks for joining us for this week on HCC News. I'm Haley Richardson.
And I'm Samashita Butler.
HCC News is a production of the Broadcast and Media Technology program of Hutchinson Community College. For more information on the program or to submit your story ideas, please call 665-3433.